This planning section is going to be uploaded in at least 3 videos as part of the series. So the first one today, I'm going to be explaining about the symbols and how to interpret them on the plan. And then in the next videos, we're going to start looking at the switchboard locations, lighting, and sockets. Now, just talking about the legend on the side here. Firstly, we have the switch over here, the LED downlight, and power sockets. Those 3 symbols are ones you're going to have to commit to memory. They are the basics for what you'll be required to know on site. Now, some architects may modernize the symbols, or there may be slight variations. And I'm sure through night class, you may have learned that a double socket, for instance, has the number 2 next to it. Most of the time, you're probably not going to see that on residential electrical plans. It depends on the architect, really. Again, with the switch, it may be modernized. You might find some architects do symbols like this. And power sockets, I mean, traditionally they stand off the wall like that, but in some cases, some architects may do them back to front. And it really depends on how much time they've got to allocate. Data points down here may also be a symbol similar to a socket, but they do have straight lines creating the outlet, or they can be this square shape. A lot of the time you'll find they aren't even included on plans whatsoever, so you will have to add those at your discretion. Moving down the list, I've got some here which I'd like to mention just because they do crop up sometimes. Main switchboard, a lot of the time we have MSB in a box. Simple as that. Distribution board, bit like a checkerboard with the bottom left, top right coloured in. LED batten, and that's similar to the same as really fluorescent lighting, because we don't use fluorescent lighting in new installations these days. Wall lights is your typical downlight symbol, but just attached to the edge of a wall. Emergency lighting is coloured in top and bottom like that. Motor is just an M in a circle. Antennae is like a Y shape. A bell. Now, this one here is just like that. Sometimes for a doorbell, they can have the bottom crossed in as well. And extractor fan, a lot of the time you'll find they'll just write fan in a box. They may have a square with a cross through it, or another one could be EF inside of a box too. And that also means extractor fan. Heated towel rail is just HTR inside the box. A lot of the time these aren't included on wiring plans, and there's something that is a variation that you need to talk to the customer about, but a lot of customers want heated towel rails in their houses. Bathroom heater, a lot of the time is FH for fan heater, and again it's in a square box. Heat pump, that can just be AC in a square box like that as well. Sometimes switchboards, for the main switchboard here, it can also be in a box with a line through it on the wall, and they may have a main switchboard label next to it, they may not. But primarily the symbols that you need to know is going to be your switch, your downlights, your sockets, main switchboards, heated towel rail, bathroom heater, your extractor fans. Because most of the time, these are the ones that are going to appear on the plans in front of you. Also, and you can see here it's not in the legend, but smoke alarms. Sometimes they're on separate plans. Most of the time, the smoke alarms on the plans won't even be compliant. Smoke alarms installed these days must comply with NZS 4514, and there's some great systems on the market that are interconnected wirelessly. Now that interpreting the symbols are out of the way, in the next episode we'll look at interpreting the wiring plan. So if you're following this new build series from start to finish, make sure you're subscribed.